Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM, brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we close out today's show on this second Saturday in January. And, of course, we did a lot of fish talk earlier in the show, and Ron Wong is the co-host on this second Saturday, has hung in there with us. And
hey, it's always good to hear about chronic wasting disease.
Oh, yeah, you like that,
yeah. And talking about how they are doing these wonderful things there in Arkansas through the Game and Fish Commission. And, I always like to talk about and listen in about the Ames Plantation.
Yeah.
What a wonderful place.
It is.
Nobody has ever been around there. You can drive around the plantation on public roads. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Well, this guy that's coming on has driven around the roads many times. He's also been on a horse many times around there, which is more than I've done. Okay.
And you're going to go with him one day on a horse.
No, I'm not. No, he knows that. They don't have a horse for me. See, that was his pacemaker just went off right there. So, Rick Carlisle, do you have time to talk, or are you on the hotline with the UT president? So
no, you go right ahead, man. I'm here with you.
That's our good friend Rick Carlisle. He is the Ames Plantation UT Center Director. I guess that's close enough. Is that okay, Rick?
That's close enough for government work.
That's close enough, yeah. Well, we all know February the 8th, it's rolling in. What number is this for the National Bird Dog Championship? What number is this, Rick?
I believe it's going to be, the 121st?
That's what I thought.
Excuse me.
100,
It'll be the 122nd.
122nd, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I've had people calling and asking, when are we going to find out what's going on? I know, Rick, the nominations, are still coming in, so we don't have a list yet of qualifiers, right?
That is correct. They don't have to be in until February 1st. February
the 1st, which is a week before the event. So talk about changes. What's it going to be like for the 122nd running of the National Bird Dog Championship beginning on February the 8th? Compared to last year when we had it was almost a month after we got the championship last year, and I was standing on the lawn there in front of Ames Manor, and Gary Lester was winning again. And then about a month later, everything changed. So talk about what differences are we going to see for this year's championship?
Well, it's going to be a huge change, Larry, from what we've had in the past. What it amounts to is we are basically canceling all of the social events that are affiliated with this event. Everything that's going to happen that would normally happen at the Bird Dog Museum and or the reception at the Manor House or the Brunswick Stew here or the fish fry, everything social is going to be canceled, and the only thing that's going to happen is we can run the competition.
What about the drawing, Rick? How's that going to work? The drawing for braces.
We actually did the drawing last year, Larry, and we did it Facebook Live. And what I didn't know this past February of 2020 when we were doing it Facebook Live as well as in Bryan Hall at the same time is that we were doing a practice run for this year.
Okay.
And so we're going to do it Facebook Live. It will not be open to the public. We'll have about 10 or 12 people there.
Okay.
It'll be Jamie and Dee will be there doing the filming, and Brad Harder makes a video every year. He'll be there filming.
Okay.
I'll have the judges there. I'll have the reporter there. And probably going to try to get a couple of the handlers to be present as well.
Okay.
That way everybody can verify, certify, and authenticate that everything was done properly. What you don't see on camera sometimes people get concerned about. So we'll have witnesses there to witness. But we'll go ahead and conduct the drawing just like we did in the past, where we give credit to all our sponsors that are participating. Announce who the judges are, the reporter, and that sort of thing, and then we'll go ahead and announce the dogs, and we'll go ahead and do the drawing. But it will all be virtual.
It will all be virtual, and I'm assuming so there will be no lunches, no anything at Bryan Hall.
Well, what we're thinking about right now, we're still talking about lunches, and what we have talked about doing, Larry, is doing a box lunch.
Box lunch, okay.
Where people can come in and they'll have to hopefully before they walk into Bryan Hall, you'll have to wear a mask before you come in to get your meal. And those people that will be attending the drawing they'll be wearing a mask and social distancing in there. But inside Bryan Hall with 12 people, that shouldn't be hard.
Should not be hard. No, to be able to do that. And I'm assuming the braces themselves, you always have the horseback spectators, which is really part of the tradition that Mr. Ames talked about all those 120-something years ago. So how will there be any difference in the takeaways for the morning and afternoon sessions? Will we? How are you going to put people on horses?
I figure if you can't social distance on horseback on 6,000 acres, you don't need to be in the game.
Say that one more time.
If you can't social distance on horseback on 6,000 acres, you don't need to be there.
There will be people, as you know, will be tight. Okay, I don't mean tight as it used to be. No, I didn't mean that word.
Well, it'll be held outside, and it's already been documented right now. All these people that have been putting on field trials this past fall, Larry,
that's what I was going to ask you.
Increase in the number of gallery because it's done outside.
Yes,
but I don't know whether folks are going to come out when it's cold, wet, rainy, and nasty, and do that as well as opposed to a nice, sunshiny, warm day. Now, we may have a few people then, but you can still social distance on a horse, and so we can run the competition, and I don't think there'll be,
any
nothing
difference.
will change there.
No, and I'm assuming one change will be the announcement of the winner. That will be different.
We'll still do the announcement of the winner in front of the Manor House because folks can social distance in the front yard of the Manor House, and
they can't on the porch. So.
Well, I know, and we're going to have to change that. There'll only be probably President Bryan there from the National Field Trial Champions Association. He'll be there with me, and he'll be on one side, and I'll be on the other.
I think the way people can still drive the roads, the folks, you can get and that's, I think a lot of people don't realize that you can see a lot of action just driving the roads. And that may be.
And you can see more on the morning course than you can on the afternoon.
Yes, you
can. The morning course has a lot more public roads.
Yeah. And I think we will probably have more people on the roads than we have in the past. But the same itself, Rick, it's just part of the times, isn't it? I mean, you've.
It given the situation that we're in right now with the coronavirus and the pandemic, it's just this is going to be necessary to have the event. We can cancel all the social aspects of it, but still run the competition, and you'll still have a winner.
And that's the thing about this event. I don't know how many times it's ever been canceled. I think during World War II, maybe.
It was canceled 3 times, I believe, in the past, Larry. And one time was in 1938. 1938 was canceled. In 1944, it was canceled. And then in 1965, it was canceled.
Well, folks,
and all three times was for, if you go back and read Bill Brown's book, it says for a paucity of birds, for lack of birds.
Well, we'll hope we have a lot of birds, and I hope we have a good field. I hope we have good weather, and because, folks, it's still going on, as Rick Carlisle just told you. This event is such an important part of our Mid-South culture. It's a one-of-a-kind event. And if anybody can put something on, it's Rick and his staff out there, because it always goes on without a click. But I tell you what, I look forward to being under the pine trees there someplace and seeing that winner announced whenever it might be. Rick, thank you, buddy. All right.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll
have a good day.
We'll want to get back with you, Rick, before the event if we can, when we get closer. Maybe with some entries and things along that line. Okay. All right, Rick. Thank you.
Good.
Have a great
Thank
one.
you.
All right, buddy.
You do the same.
All right.
Thanks, bud.
All right.
Bye.
Rick Carlisle, And you know, Ron, I got to get you out there this year. And
we might have to try to do that.
Yeah, we'll just
Larry.
Yeah,
and of course we're going to have a pick a winner this year.
Yes, we
contest,
will,
aren't we?
Oh yeah, I'll have all of those. So the event itself, folks, you just heard Rick said it's going on. Social distance on horseback. I've been out there when they had over 1,200 horses, and
wow,
and people riding on them. It's the most amazing looking thing I've ever seen. And so that's February the 8th. The drawing will be on the 6th, I think he said, and then the running will start on the 8th. But, Ron, thank you, buddy. I want to tell you about next week's show real quickly before I close it out with a final thought from Ron. I'm really looking forward to this, folks. Atlanta Braves slugger and avid outdoorsman Alston Riley, a member of the Real Tree Pro Staff, is going to talk not only about his career out of Olive Branch, Mississippi, as a baseball player, but of all his love of the outdoors. And so Riley will be on next week's show. He's a graduate of DeSoto Central High School. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Asian carp. Ron knows about some of this, and some money that we just got thanks to Mike Butler and all the folks at Tennessee Wildlife Federation. So, Ron, you be careful today. And if you go fishing, Ron, just bundle up, okay? Wear all your heated stuff. I don't want you to get sick. All right?
I will be good and toasty. Yes, because I had to get up early to do this show this morning.
That's right. Yeah.
I will be going fishing.
Thank you, Ron. And what do we say? It doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport. What else, Ron?
God bless
the USA. See you, Ron.